Have you ever walked into a room and felt the tempo wasn't yours? Maybe you've sat across from someone who twisted your words, or watched as your own certainty quietly evaporated, while they never seemed rattled. Some people carry a power that isn't loud. They don't dominate with noise or show off with bravado. Their advantage is silent, methodical, and almost invisible. That's not luck. It isn't magic. It's discipline. Most people reveal themselves too soon. They are eager to explain, defend, or impress. They think being heard is power, but it's often the opposite. Power is held by the one who speaks last, who gives least, who remains steady while the rest spill themselves out for free. If you're tired of being reactionary, if you're done letting the world set your rhythm, start here. 6 rules for holding quiet power in a noisy world. 1. Master emotional stillness. Watch any group and you'll see. The first person to break, to flinch, to show anger, always loses ground. They might think a raised voice means control, but all it shows is their center isn't anchored. Emotional stillness doesn't mean you're cold or distant. It means you don't act on the first impulse. Emotions come and go, useful signals, but not commands. Most people are driven by their emotional weather. They argue, explain, defend, apologize. All that does is show others exactly where your buttons are. Predictability breeds control, over you, not by you. If your mood can be steered by sarcasm, delay, or a stray insult, you're not in charge. You're being led. The Stoics understood this. You have power over your mind, not outside events. It's not just philosophy, it's strategy. The next time you feel provoked, pause. Let silence work for you. Don't scramble to answer every jab. Don't justify yourself to critics. When you keep your emotions contained, you don't just protect your energy, you make yourself impossible to read and much harder to move. Stillness unsettles people because they can't predict you. That's the point. 2. Let silence lead. Noise is cheap. Most people talk to avoid discomfort, or because they think attention is influence. But the one who can stand in silence, who can sit with the pause, shifts the dynamic. When you speak less, others fill the space. They reveal their priorities, anxieties, ambitions. All you did was wait. Every negotiation, every high-stakes moment, the person who talks least holds the most leverage. Silence puts people on edge, makes them chase your thoughts, guess at your motives. And when you finally do speak, your words land with weight. This isn't about being mute or evasive. It's about understanding the value of presence over performance. People trust those who don't need to overshare. Speak as if your words are currency, precious and limited. Your restraint will create respect, whether they admit it or not. Let your silence ask the questions. Let them wonder what you're thinking. 3. Be strategically misunderstood. Power isn't always in clarity. There's leverage in being unreadable. Most want to be seen, to be understood, but that makes them open to manipulation. Don't reveal your hand until it serves you. Let people think you're less aware, less prepared, or less invested than you are. You aren't being deceptive. You're being selective. Others will relax, drop their guard, and speak more freely. That's when you get the truth, what's really on their mind, not the polished surface. Let people underestimate you. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Don't mirror pettiness. Don't rush to correct misunderstandings about you. Sometimes, the most strategic move is to let them be wrong. When the time comes, act decisively. Their assumptions will work against them, not you. 4. Use absence as leverage. What's always available loses value. If you're everywhere, if you respond to every message and say yes to every request, you become invisible, background noise. People value what is scarce. You don't need to make excuses for being unavailable. You don't need to announce your every move. Just be selective. When you do show up, when you do speak, people notice. Absence creates mystery. It forces others to wonder, to reflect, to seek you out. That's not arrogance. It's basic human nature. Start treating your time and presence as rare. Decline what doesn't serve you. Let your boundaries teach others how to treat you. Scarcity isn't about game playing. It's about signaling that your energy isn't up for auction. When you become rare, You become respected, even by those who resent your limits. 5. Influence quietly through reflection. Sometimes the strongest way to guide others is by reflecting them. People trust what's familiar. If you match someone's tempo, energy, or style subtly, not as a trick, but as calibrated rapport, they relax. Walls come down. Conversation opens. Once you're in rhythm, you can start to shift it. True influence doesn't announce itself. Watch carefully. The most effective negotiators, leaders, or even social operators are rarely the loudest. They listen, reflect, and then redirect. If you're out of sync, nothing you say will land. If you're aligned, a simple suggestion can change the whole room. You don't need to win arguments. You only need to make people feel understood. That's when they follow your lead, often without realizing it. 6. Walk away with clarity. Power is not just about what you can take. It's about what you can leave. Most people cling to conversations, roles, or relationships because they are afraid of being left out, of missing out, or of not mattering. That's desperation, not loyalty. When you know your standards, when you've done the work to clarify your priorities, you can walk away without drama or anger. Sometimes silence, an exit, is the strongest response. You don't owe explanations to anyone who doesn't already value your presence. Your willingness to leave puts everything else in perspective. It keeps you from being trapped. It forces others to consider what they are losing. And most importantly, it protects your energy and future from being wasted on things that no longer serve you. Quiet power isn't about dominance or noise. It's about being so grounded that you don't need to force anything. Master your emotions. Speak less, observe more. Let others guess and underestimate you. Guard your presence. Guide with subtlety, not force. And when you need to, walk away, head clear, energy intact. You don't need to chase approval or control. True presence can't be ignored. If you make these 6 rules your baseline, you won't have to demand respect. You'll carry it with you, quietly, everywhere you go.